Some devils. J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. But before we get to the questions, we got one goddamn order question, and we go over the next goddamn video online, which we haven't done in a couple goddamn days. Seems like they'll be tied up with order questions. But fucking my buddy Brian Woody sent me this through text. So it said it's on TikTok, which I'm not familiar with. I mean, I know what TikTok is. I've heard of it, but what I mean, I don't have an account or anything like that. So at first, I wasn't gonna think I was gonna be able to view it, but I could. And he's what does he say? He's like exactly the scenarios you speak of. So I'm like, all right. So I put it on, and goddamn, I thought you guys would be good for a good laugh because this is exactly what I'm talking about with deer in headlights, dick in the mouth canoes. Thinking they listen to fucking the real shit and they bring up dumbass fucking shit like this. Now, granted, the guy's slightly exaggerating to get his point across. Well, that's fucking funny and it's pretty goddamn accurate, I gotta fucking say. So let's take it. Let's give this a good fucking review on Devils. Nothing else. Good for a good fucking laugh. Get this thing goddamn playing.
Not much, dude. Look, listen. I heard that you like metal. Yeah. I guess you could say that. Why, you like metal too?
Definitely have gotten that exact line all the time. Fucking listen to metal, dude. That's not exaggerated whatsoever. 100% get it. And oh yeah, you like metal? Oh fuck yeah, bro. Pretty much word for word verbatim. I've gotten that multiple times, whether it's at the fucking gym, Panini's douches, out and about, total fucking stranger. You're at a family event you don't want to be at, and somebody brought a buddy or something, or a new boyfriend or some shit like that. Those goddamn scenarios. And they're trying to make small talk, chit chat, or be your buds or whatever fit in. That's how it starts, brah. Okay. I was saying. Say this guy's fucking name is Justin too. So how about that? Or maybe it's because it's sent to me, John. Whatever. Not that it fucking matters.
Big time, dude. Like, but hey, I gotta warn you though, dude. Like, some of the shit I listen to, it's pretty hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what's up, dude. I like the heavier shit too. What kind of bands do you listen to? Dude, I can tell you, but honestly, I'd just rather show you.
Dude, so when I hear lines like that, Grant, I don't think everybody said I'd like to tell you, but I'd rather show you. I don't think anybody's pulled that exact line. But dude, the way they're talking, I'm thinking, oh, okay, fuck. He's gonna bust out some goddamn Last Days of Humanity, fucking uh fucking heinous killings or something. So when you did fucking hear it, it's like, oh wow, this is fucking, especially the vocals, whoa, way over the fucking top. Even when I already knew extreme shit, I'm thinking he's busting something like that out, right? That's what you'd expect by his reaction, right?
It's pretty fucking.
God damn it! Hit the wrong goddamn button.
Fucking hardcore. Not a lot of people, they don't like the type of music we like. Let me show you.
Yeah,
All right, yeah, sweet, man. Dude, I'm always down to listen to some new music, like some bands I've never heard of. I love that shit. Just play whenever you're ready. Right? Where you get the fucking stir from? Get the fuck off the stage.
I don't know what this canooness is. But anyways, yeah, exactly. Bust out fucking Disturbed. Now, granted, it's funny because I wonder in the comments if that guy got desecrated like the fucking dog does because outdated reference. But that's that's the shit I'm talking about. It was those exact canoes. And actually, the funny fucking part was the hilarious part about that goddamn Disturbed shit, Down with the Sickness. I don't know the exact year it came out. I'm sure one of you fucking bozos in the comments definitely knows. Probably like, oh, dude, that's what I grew up on. That shit, bro. What's this guy talking about? That's where it started. That's where metal started, bro. Guarantee there's somebody out there that fucking thinks that's fucking stupidity. Well, I remember the first time I heard it, I was either my senior year of high school or my junior year. Or whatever the goddamn 11th grade is. What are they fucking stupid ass terms? I think that's junior, right? Freshman, sophomore, junior year. It was either 11th or 12th grade because I remember I was on the bus transferring between, because I went to a vocational school to the home school. I remember I was specifically on that, and it was on the fucking bus, and I heard it. And the reason I remembered it is because at that time, the only time you heard the term sick and shit, and even it was new to me when I heard it at 13, 14 years old, it was the Baxter crowd. keeping it fucking sick. The Lividity guys, the whole crowd, Devourment, etc. Right? They were the ones fucking using it, and then I hear this canoeness down with the sickness. I'm like, these fucking show-mo ass fucking canoes don't even know what that word means. Got no business using it. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's where the goddamn term started getting goddamn abused and used and fucking need to get out of the fucking canoe mouth. You notice people say that just a regular world. Oh man, that's sick. You never fucking heard anyone using that shit. Ever, ever. Guaranteed it came from fucking Disturbed, because that's the first time I heard it. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know where it came. But I've never heard anyone use that shit outside of like describing it as a good thing. Outside the gore grind scene, the brutal death metal scene. Never heard them used, ever. That canoe shit comes out, and I'm just like, what is this dumbass shit? Didn't think it was heavy, didn't think it was good, didn't think it was, I just thought, oh, this is some modern, trendy ass fucking garbage. Fast forward a couple months or whatever, people bringing it up to me, the Slipknots, those guys, the Tool guys, all those idiots that like all that same fucking garbage, same fan base, Cold Chamber, all of them. Yep, they're all online. That's why you can't put Cold Chamber with Cold Blow and Limp Bizkit. All the same, brah, same fan base. They would come up to me with that shit too, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. And then when I heard it, I was like, oh, that shit. I was like, I remember hearing it. I was like, no. So outdated reference, but maybe he's around my goddamn age, but I totally get where it comes from. So I think the updated reference is going to be Chelsea's Grin or Whitechapel or bullshit like that. And it's just funny because, again, don't care what anyone likes. It's just, you're just, you're just flabbergasted. Like, what? Like, why did you even think this was the heaviest fuck? Like, how are you that goddamn out of the loop? It's one thing when people were like just blown away, in '87 or whatever, when they heard Scream Bloody Gore, heaviest fucking thing, because it didn't exist. Extreme music was so fucking new. The heaviest thing prior to that you had was Seven Churches or fucking Venom or Slayer. You know what I mean? There wasn't stuff. 40 years in the game, and they're asking like, and it's something that's not even extreme or heavy. That it's like if I would have heard Disturbed at fucking 9 years old or so, which it didn't exist at 9 years old. Well, maybe the band did. I don't know. That song did. That's for goddamn sure. Prior to me hearing, like I said, the Sacred Reich tape, surreal fucking metal, I would have never thought, holy fuck, this is heavy shit. Just never would have thought that before I even knew what heavy music was. I would have just thought, oh, this is some radio music. Would have never crossed my mind. So when a grown ass man, you're just laughing at the pure stupidity. You're like, what are you talking about intense? Intense my fucking ass. This is bullshit, brah. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm referring to. Is guys like that. It's got brought up many times on this channel. So yep, there's the scenario for you. Guys ever fucking been there? Well, pretty. If you haven't been, you're probably pretty new in the scene, or you're a complete hermit that doesn't leave your fucking house, because I don't see how the fuck you couldn't. Any the fuck who? Actually, no. We got one goddamn order question. It's that fucking first, and it's from Colin Monyor. Uh, yeah, he orders all the fucking time, or at least questions all the time, because he's named all the time. J-Dog, what is your favorite metal guitar solo? Question mark. I mean, that's an extremely fucking broad fucking question. It's a hell of a lot, It's hard to pick a favorite song, not unless favorite guitar solo. I'd have to go with Evil off Merciful Fate's Melissa. It's a matter of taste, of course, but I'll take catchy over technical all day, Colin. So, I mean, yeah, I couldn't pick one goddamn favorite guitar solo, but I could say this. Yeah, early Merciful Fate just in general would be a damn good pick. Early Slayer would be a damn good pick. Morbid Angel, the early shits, for sure. And their Immolation Nailed to Gold. I said that's definitely one of my favorite goddamn guitar solos. Um, fucking anything by, especially the early Christian albums, those fucking over the top goddamn Moises guitar solos. And then other bands did it too, like Rebellion, I Burned the Promised Land. I thought that shit was fucking cool. Just sounded really goddamn extreme. So I would say it's just solos as a whole. I would go mostly with that. But just to say one particular solo, again, I don't even technically have technically a favorite song. I can throw a shitload out, but I mean, just say you're my all-time favorite song. I mean, that's practically impossible to do. So there's definitely some goddamn ones I like. Any the fuck who? Next goddamn video in line. Oh yeah, here we go. Fits perfectly with the fucking guy we just viewed too. J Dog had to suffer through 1 hour of tweakcore jams. Get that poser garbage out of the word metal. Fuck yeah, gotta say this though, dude. And I hate to admit it. Disturbed Down with the Sickness was a lot better than the fucking garbage I had to sit through. A pure tweakcore, again, can't vouch for the band names. It was on a Spotify list or some type of playlist where it was just one song after another after another after another, and didn't say band or songs. It was just song after song, and she didn't tell me what it was. Um, and I wasn't curious enough to fucking ask. I didn't want to look interested. So I can't vouch which bands they were, but it was definitely that fucking core garbage. No doubt about it. And yeah, I gotta say, Disturbed was better. Cold Chamber is fucking better. Yeah, I know. Anyways, first question marks I'm fucking seeing is Gray Area 51. J Dog, what are your thoughts on Rachel's ex Sinister, other projects in particular? Infinitive Hates, question mark. Their second album, Heaven Termination, is a certified fucking banger. Blast beats like a motherfucker. You know what? And I know we've had Infinitive Hate in stock. I didn't even know that was her. I never even listened to it. Now that you mentioned it, though, next time I see it, I'll listen to it. Is she on every record? And how many albums they have? You said second album. I'm assuming she's on the first two, or maybe she just came along on the second album. The only other thing I've heard with her singing was her previous band, the Occult, and it was pretty good. It was more like death thrash stuff, but don't get me wrong, she had like metal vocals that you couldn't necessarily tell that it was a female singing, but it was nothing like the Sinister. You could tell she purposely did that or was asked to do that, or that's what fits the bill for Sinister because it was low vocals for Sinister when she took over, and that you would never guess in a million years this is a chick singing. Prior to that, and put in the comments, I can't think, and I like this. There's got to be somebody I'm forgetting. Was there any other female vocalists prior to Rachel on Sinister Creative Killings? Is there an album prior to that where there's a death metal female vocalist where you can't tell? I mean, I guess Dercada, right? Yeah, I guess Dercada's early. Yeah, I guess I never paid too much attention to Dercada because again, to me I didn't even consider that a death metal band. I consider that a doom metal band. That for me was personally I was bored stiff. I put it in the autopsy fucking mental funeral and up camp where I'm just like I'm bored. But I guess that other than that, there wasn't. How many others were there? Because again, I wouldn't count the Occult. Yeah, it had like more non-clean vocals, but it wasn't like outlandish. Like holy fuck, that's a chick singing. For me, the first thing I heard, because I did hear Sinister Creative Killings before I did Dercada. I heard Dercada after that. Um, that was the first thing with a female. You're like, what the fuck? This is a female singing. Um, how many others are there before that? Again, so you had Mythic Dercada, those girls doing it. And even though, yeah, from what I remember, and I mean, it's been a while since I listened to Arcada, but I mean, I have heard it multiple times. You can't, it's not clean vocals. They ain't as brutal as fucking that Rachel chicks. I mean, that was like straight up. I don't know who I'd compare it to. I mean, she doesn't sound like Ross Dolan, doesn't sound, not a Craig Pillard, but just really low for sure. I mean, I wouldn't even say that she sounded like Mike from Sinister on the earlies, but that style where you would never, ever, ever be able to guess that it was a fucking chick, like someone told you. So yeah, outside that, I mean, especially in the '90s and shit, what other ones were there? There's probably some obscure ones I don't know about, or then, like I said, maybe there's something I'm completely forgetting. But that was the first one I know. Now I know there's been ones after that too, but that was the first one that I was aware of. Anyways, where's the next goddamn question? Dennis Jordan, one guy I work with that's in the deathcore metalcore. I got him into Nile, but other bands he wasn't feeling, so I don't know. Him and his friends all love Cannibal Corpse for some reason. Did he actually get in Nile like he actually liked him and went out and bought him? Or he just said, "Yeah, bro, I like it," as you're playing it for him? Because to me, that don't fucking count. That's going to be the answer that almost by default everybody, including your fucking mom, is going to say that because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Human Brisket, dog question. Was it you or your brothers that had signed Cadaver Incubator? Those two full lengths are bangers. It was Chase, I believe, that they contacted them to sign to them. And I thought it was a cool signing. I definitely like the whole aesthetic of it, and I like that style. I can't say that I love them as much as Pharmacists or anything like that. They were playing the kind of music that I prefer, but I didn't think they had the standout, like punch in the face memorability in songs like, let's say, Miasmatic Necrosis, to where just grab me as hard, but I did like it. And I gotta say, I saw that they're playing Metal Threat as well. And I was like, fuck yeah. That'd be cool. Who knows? Maybe I can get an interview with the guys on the fucking label. But not that that means anything. I've been turned down by guys on a fucking label, other bands. Um, but definitely, I will look forward to watching them. You know, fist bump, meet them, possible interview. We'll see. And the name, a lot of people probably don't even put two and two together. I mean, the real carcass heads know. I mean, Cadaver Incubator. Where do you think I got that name? Granted, I ask them, but I mean, I know what's up. Carcass, Symphonies of Sickness, Cadaveric Incubator of Endoparasites. So, cool name of my book. Jeremy Hassel, just saying, Indecent and Obscene is the best Dismember record, in my opinion. I could see why someone would think that. Way more raw and brutal, no happy sounding shit. You got that right, bro. None of those tween cores were fucking like that. Again, dude, that's a monumental fucking record. That's, what was that, 1992, I believe? 92, 93? I think it was 92, and then I think Pieces was 93. Some of that time frame. Correct me if I'm goddamn wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. 92. It's fucking over 30 years old. And these guys are completely, and again, it was on, was it originally on Nuclear Blast? I think it was when it first came out, right? It was on a pretty big, like, and they have no idea. And the thing is again, because it's just too much for their goddamn pussy. I mean, again, the song "Skin Father" with that fucking breakdown riff after "Why don't you just kill yourself?" Great fucking line too. It destroyed, like, a twink core would never fucking write anything that catchy, memorable, and heavy and fucking goddamn canoe crushing. Never. Nothing I've ever heard. Nothing comes close. And then yeah, had the rawness and nastiness, cool ass image. Definitely a band photo that goddamn fits the fucking bill. Had it all. I mean, it's a death metal goddamn masterpiece, without a fucking doubt. And even the true metal shit that comes out in the real scene, the newer guys, they can't even hold up to that for the most part. An exception here or there, or you can at least ones you can get debated. But there's ones, for the most part, 99% of the stuff, it's like you can't even debate that this compares to that. Good old days, goddammit. So, all you 15-year-olds watching this, and I know you're the fuck out there, you don't know that, Dismember and Decent Obscene, get in the fucking loop, because you're definitely out of it if you don't know that. This guy with just a fucking number, which why you do that for? What do you think of the new Cannibal Corpse single? Already asked that. Answer that. Good shit. Can't go wrong with the CC. Goddamn it. Zachary Cyberts. Deicide released 33 years ago today, bras. There you go. It sounds about right. 1990, and yeah, I mean, I didn't know the exact date or month, but I knew it was 1990. Again, 33 years. Let me show you, bro. Plays Down with the Sickness. It's like, number one, this isn't even close to the extremity, the awesomeness, the catchiness, the speed, the heaviness, everything that Deicide was. It wasn't a hard album to find, and it was years beforehand. That's why you just look fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Again, it's not like I get to the fucking point when you're the black metal guys, the Cavalt ones are really guilty of this. They're put out, he like dark funeral and stuff like this because they have albums and they're pulling out shit. It's like, because unless it was a 66 copy fucking dub cassettes, it doesn't count. I'm like, you're just being an idiot now. That's just stupid. Of course, people haven't heard that or they couldn't get it or whatever. That doesn't mean you're not in the metal. You don't know obscure shit like that. Or you didn't write Dawn of the Dead in '89 and got the fucking Rotting Christ demo. That's where guys are just being elitist and you just look stupid, man. And that doesn't even count. You see what I'm saying? But me to say something like, you're looking at you like you're a fucking moron because you're saying, check this shit out, bro. the fucking corns, the Panteras. What's heavier than Pantera, bro? But meanwhile, you got a fucking classic that you could have walked to the goddamn any goddamn record store back in the day. Honestly, even a I'm going to say Target or anything like that, but any type of Kwanzaa hut. Oh, you guys remember those Kwanzaa hunts or whatever? I don't know how much they're around the country, but they're in Ohio. Record exchanges, any place you could just walk into in your own local area. Everyone had them in the 90s and shit. You could have easily just picked up Deicide. And they have no idea what that is. These guys there, they exist. I mean, I know some idiots go, "We talking about Deicide's bumpers like that. They're fucking hot top." I meet them all the fucking time, all the time. Again, I had the last two doinks that came up to me at my goddamn fucking gym with their dumbass fucking deathcore shirts. I'm assuming they are. It's the logo you can't read, and it's kind of like you could tell that what it's going for. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not very well versed in that community, but I get the fucking gist, and I got the basic idea when I see it. I'm like, I have a pretty goddamn good idea. That's what it is. Come up to me, and I don't even bother to mention shit like Necrothor. Of course, they don't fucking know what that is. The last two guys I mentioned, Cannibal, Deicide, and Morbid Angel, because I just said it, the big three. Fucking say that. Literally, both of them didn't even know who that was. We're talking, these guys are like, I mean, they were young. I'm not going to say they were 15, but they were 22, 23, in their 20s for sure. No idea who was talking. Clueless. They didn't have like thick mouth. That's not being a gatekeeper. That's just, dude, you're just flat out fucking stupid. Like what do you mean? How did you not stumble across them? Because even if you're just on YouTube, like heavy shit, fuck yeah, in your recommended list, something had to come up. And okay, maybe it wasn't Cannibal, but maybe it would have been Gorefest. Or maybe, it would have been another fucking band. Or somebody on Relapse or Nuclear Blast, a bigger band. The last Immolation album, or so something would have popped up. It's just too much for the pussy, that's all. I'm not into the heavy shit. But then they walk around and talk like they are, or think that they are. That's where it's just, and again, they can think what they want. At the end of the day, I don't care what some fucking zero thinks. It's just annoying because you're like, just how dumb are fucking people? And it's with other topics in the world, you start to wonder things that you're not educated on, that you think somebody might know something about a topic. You start to question, fuck, how stupid are they? Because the general public, when it comes to the fucking heavy shit, is beyond fucking dumb. I can only imagine what it's for topics that I'm assuming this guy knows about this topic. Don't assume anything. After you fucking hear that, I'd rather show you. You can't assume that fucking at all. Comes with surgery with we do. Put the guy box in the morning. Later, goddammit.